After losing a classmate to suicide during the pandemic, two high school students, using a form of artificial intelligence, created a way to look for social media posts that might indicate someone's thinking of doing harm to themselves.
And what they've started is saving lives. Fox 4's Sean Rabb has more in this week's Here and Now conversation.
I'm visiting with two young men who I think have created something that is phenomenal and it's going to save lives, already saving lives when it comes to preventing suicide. I'm talking with Lovik Jain and Shivansh Mikra, and they are both students at Frisco Centennial High School. But what you've developed is way beyond high school years. Tell me about what you've created.
It was about 2 years ago that both of us got interested in machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence. And around that time, we realized that there was a certain group of people that were expressing themselves online in ways that even their friends and family, that they wouldn't to their friends and family in person. And so we realized that we can use our skills in machine learning to detect these expressions online to see if maybe there are some suicidal or depressive tendencies.
How do you make the nexus to someone contemplating hurting themselves?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the way that machine learning works is that it doesn't look for specific keywords in a text. Rather, it actually looks for an underlying tone within that text. Our machine learning model was trained with over 600,000 examples of suicidal and non-suicidal posts. And by taking in all of that information, it's basically able to find that underlying tone and determine whether a tweet or whether a social media post is just suicidal or non-suicidal.
I think the biggest problem that we're trying to counter here is that there's a large group of people that have these suicidal tendencies or mental health issues, and they don't know where to find help. So they express themselves online, but they don't know where to go. And so we are trying to, fill that gap, make that bridge accessible to those that need that help.
And let's talk about the bridge. Tell me what your technology has done to date in terms of actually saving lives.
In total, our machine learning model, our overall project has saved around 550-ish lives. And that's still counting as of now, but that's where we are right now. And we've been reporting those individuals to our partners and connecting those people with help.
Now, your partners, we're talking about like Texas Suicide Prevention or law enforcement. Who are the partners?
So we are actually working with a variety of various organizations. Our first partner was here in North Texas, a local police department with Wiley. We became associated with the Denton Mental Health Authority. And from there, we just got more and more connections. So we're now working with the Texas Suicide Prevention Team that operates over all Texas county mental health authorities, and are even working with a mental health authority in upstate New York.
Is this the kind of technology that could also look at social media and see the same kind of tone as you talked about, Shivansh, that might indicate someone is thinking about going out and doing harm to society? Certainly,
and that's actually something that we intend to do in the future once we have a solid footing with this aspect of the project.
What is your goal, Shivansh, ultimately?
Our goal is really just to save lives. After creating this project and seeing that, hey, we have technology that actually works, our goal is really just to connect these people with help and try to save as many lives as possible. We're in no way looking to monetize the service at all or trying to gain any monetary compensation. We just want to save lives.
Okay, this is fascinating to me. How can folks learn more about your efforts to prevent suicide?
So we have a website, projectsuicidewatch.org, and that's our main hub where you can find everything and learn more about us and potentially connect with us.
You can also connect with us on LinkedIn, and we'd be happy to field any questions.
It's young men like you who can change our society and help save lives. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The two young men will soon be making presentations statewide about how their Project Suicide Watch works. The website is projectsuicidewatch.org. You'll find extensive information and can contact and connect with these two high school students.